Rattle home. Jack Riley picks the pocket of B.J. Bradford up the floor to Jack Hostrider. Watch out! Morfisi in the lane, kicks it out. 3-ball, Townsley, right wing, it's good!
Coverage of the Nebraska State Basketball Tournament is presented by App Foundation Repair, the NDOT Highway Safety Office, Roofing Service Company, High Electric, Southeast Community College, Members-Owned Credit Union, Union Bank and Trust, Mosaic, the Nebraska High School Sports Hall of Fame, Platte Valley Equipment, and Double Eagle Golf. Now calling all the action from Pinnacle Bank Arena, here's Nick Sainert.
Welcome in to the final Class A semifinal matchup and the final game of day number 3 from Pinnacle Bank Arena. Nick Sainert, the Husker Hall of Famer Jay Foreman, joins me from PBA as we get ready for this matchup between the 3 seed, the Lincoln High Lynx, coming in at a 24-1 record, going up against the Millard North Mustangs, the number 2 seed, and their 23-2 mark on the 2023 campaign. Jay, this is going to be a hype one.
Yeah, this is going to be a great game. It's going to be physical. It's going to be intense. You hear the crowd. Both teams have traveled well, come with a lot of fanfare. When you only have 3 losses between both teams, you know they know how to win. Both of them have played pretty tough schedules and obviously survived and done well. Both of them are really high-ranked teams, well-respected coming into the season, and then continue to live up to the hype during the season. And so you got a big matchup here, the second seed against the 3rd seed, and both teams are going to play for keeps. And they're both well-coached. Both have experienced players, and both teams are excited. So it's going to be who's going to be the team that's going to be able to push themselves over the edge and do that little thing that's going to separate themselves from the other team. Now, is it going to be turnover margin, rebounding, fundamentals, a 3 if somebody gets hot? It's going to be whoever can play to their strengths and eliminate the weaknesses of themselves. So, Lincoln High likes to put the pressure on your full court, get it up and down the court. Millard South has some size and able to shoot the ball and play a little bit more of an old school game inside out with some 3-point shooting. Now, how does Millard North, deal with the pressure of the Lincoln High Lynx, right? They are at home, right? Whether you like it or not, we're playing at Pinnacle Bank Arena. Lincoln High is representing with the red and black. We have the mayor of Lincoln High, Aaron Davis, sitting next to us. He said he didn't want to get on air and be biased. It's going to be a big game, and you see it. Look at Lincoln High student section. They're getting it hyped up. It must be Jersey night. You see Peyton Manning, Kobe Bryant, Larry Bird, LeBron James, Tim Tebow.
There's a shout out to Chris Raff.
Right.
Broncos jersey showing up in the front.
They got Dennis Rodman up there, Kobe Bryant High School. Yeah. They got some Lincoln High basketball players from the boys team.
There's a Texas jersey.
I see a Jerry Stackhouse and a Wayne Gretzky hockey jersey, along with a number 3 Adrian Martinez Husker jersey. Hello.
Whoa. Adrian Martinez or Taylor Martinez? Number 3.
Taylor, my bad. They all the same. They all fumbled, and they all had a lot. Didn't win enough games.
Let's rattle through the starting lineups first for the 3 seed. The Lincoln High Lynx wearing their black uniforms tonight. Number 23, a 5'8" senior guard averaging 13 per game, Brianna Robinson. Number 25, a 5'7" senior forward, Josie Hilkeman. Number 33, a 5' senior guard, Divine Harris. Number 41, a 6'2" senior post, 12.5 points per game, Jalen Brill. And then rounding out the starting 5 for Dominique Kelly. Number 42, a 5'7" senior, Niowarga Jock. For the Millard North Mustangs and head coach Chris Paulson, to throw out there to begin things. Number 3, Sarah Harley, a 5'10" sophomore guard, a 5'9" senior guard, Ellie McCarville, a 6 foot forward, Kayla Preston, a 6 foot forward, Avril Smith, and a 5'8" freshman guard, Izzy Galligan.
Yeah, this is going to be an intense game right here. I mean, look, you see these two teams. They met at half court. No love lost, right? Shake the hands, respect your opponent, and try to beat the brakes off them. So this game right here is the game of the night. The first one was a blowout. Here come the Lincoln High Lynx, looking like they're ready to go, focused. They go about 6 or 7 deep. Millard North goes about 7 or 8 deep.
Yeah.
It's a battle of wills right here. Both of them have kind of coasted through both games. Now they're going to have the biggest challenge right now going up against each other. The senior-laden team in Lincoln High, a little bit younger team in Millard North. Does the experience play a factor like it did in the Bellevue West game? Or does Millard North take control of the game? Right there, Lincoln High.
No forward tip as Jalen Brill
Hello.
gets it to Divine Harris, and the layup is good. We're 2-0 Lynx.
Here comes the
Just
pressure.
underway here in the Class A semifinal. The winner gets Millard South tomorrow night at 6:15 p.m. Here's Galligan, top of the key, left side. Harley drives baseline, floater from the baseline, bounces in. It's tied 2-2.
Millard South right there handled the pressure now, but Lincoln High is right back up court, trying to get an easy bucket. Look, off the make. That's something to look for, the speed of Lincoln High. Getting the ball out of the hoop, up the sideline, jamming it down the throat of Millard North. You can't be happy just getting a 2-point bucket, right?
Yeah.
Get back on defense and pick up because right there, you see what Lincoln High is going to do. They're going to try to use their foot speed and athleticism to eliminate any chance Millard North plays any zone or gets back on defense.
First free throw is good by Josie Hilkeman. Second is also good by Hilkeman. And here come the Mustangs. McCarville will cross the timeline, trying to beat Brianna Robinson off the dribble. Robinson will tie her up, and the possession arrow keeps it with the Mustangs.
The pressure is starting to crank up by Lincoln High right here. It looks like a team that didn't like losing only by 2 points in a preseason matchup.
Yeah.
You can see the eye of the tiger, but Millard North looks like a veteran-led team, well-coached team that can handle the pressure. You probably think they played against Millard South a ton.
Yeah.
So this isn't anything new. But Lincoln High is not changing. They're switching everything and thinking that they can overwhelm you with their length and athletic ability.
Here's Averill Smith in the lane. Loft the glass. It falls. We're tied up at 4. 1 minute into the ball game. Millard North 4, Lincoln High 4. As Divine Harris will bring it across the timeline. She's met right at the half-court line by Sarah Harley. Harris with it left side, gets a screen right from Niawarga Jock. Far corner, Robinson to Hilkeman. Back to Harris at the top of the key to Jock. Corner, 3-ball on the way. No good. And the rebound corralled by Kayla Preston. Watch that matchup between Preston and Jalen Brill.
Well, what you see right there is Millard North is trying to get back on defense and be in a little bit of rotating 1-3-1 zone.
And here's a block shot by Jalen Brill on Averill Smith.
The 1-3-1 zone or 2-3 zone is trying to eliminate the height advantage of Lincoln High, what they have inside. So what Lincoln High is going to do, they're going to try to push the ball, 1-2 quick passes, get something going to the hoop, or if they get an open three, they have no hesitation to shoot the three.
Here's Kayla Preston with the mid-range J, no
Look at the
good.
pressure. Here we go.
And Divine Harris, here we go.
Secondary break, 2-on-2.
Robinson kicks it out. Jock, 3-ball on the way. Good.
Told you that's what they're doing. That secondary break right there off of make or miss. They're getting it up the sideline and making Millard North play defense and not get set up in their zone.
So Galligan with it right side. May have gotten away with the travel. Left wing, 3-ball. Bounces out. Offensive board, Smith. Layup no good. She'll get another crack at it. Back out McCarville to Preston on the left wing. Guarded by Divine Harris. Fakes right, goes left. Preston gets it stripped. Great defensive play by Divine Harris as Preston went low with the basketball.
Here it comes right now, though.
And here comes Kiana Wiley.
But when you're watching the game, you see Millard North, hands on their hips. Look like they're doing the Macarena. The pressure.
The what?
The Macarena,
okay.
Macarena, whatever.
Macarena.
Okay, that's what you do, right? But at the end of the day, they're starting to breathe heavy. The pressure isn't most likely sometimes doesn't pay dividends at the beginning of the game. It's like body blows. Second, third quarter, you like to think you can separate yourself.
McCarville in the lane, tough take, no good. Offensive board, Preston, she loses it. Up the floor, Brianna Robinson getting chased down from behind. Layup good. It's 9-4, Lincoln High with a 5-point lead over Millard North. Now Harley pushing the pace, kicks it out. Smith, long 2, got it. It's 9-6. Good answer there from Averill Smith.
Two well-coached teams. They're going to go at it all night. This is not going to be a blowout. This is going to be a highly contested game. This is going to be a competitive game. There you see Millard North, and they're kind of a rotating 1-3-1 zone, trying to eliminate the height advantage that Brill has in it. So if I'm coaching Lincoln High, I'm trying to get Brill in different positions to get her in a one-on-one matchup, just get her a little bit more active. But what happens here is what you've seen right away. is Kiana Wiley was able to get some drives to the hoop. Now, she didn't make that one, but that's going to open up the spaces for her because they are definitely trying to focus on Brill and her height advantage inside.
Preston kicks it out. Sarah Harley on the left wing, now top of the key. Ellie McCarville, the 5'9" senior at the logo, right side. Preston finds a cutting Averill Smith in the lane. Turn around, layup, good. It's 9-8. Averill Smith doing the work early on Jalen Brill, even though she has a height disadvantage on Brill.
I think Brill's trying to play a little bit steady so she doesn't get in foul trouble like she did last game. So what she's going to have to do is play defense earlier in the possession, knowing that they're trying to run her off for some picks and get her out of position to make it a disadvantage where she can't go to shot blocking, what she did in the first couple of positions.
Kiana Wiley misses the three, and on the rebound, Niawarga Jock gets whistled for a loose ball foul, so that's going to be the first personal foul on Niawarga Jock.
Lincoln High right here subbing in with 0-0. Nia Hicks Robinson, a 5'5" sophomore guard, right? Averages 5 points a game, but she has 38 steals. So what you're seeing right here is another player that's going to be able to guard you full court, make open court layups, going to be able to run out and get some easy baskets as well.
So here comes McCarville getting guarded and pressured all the way up the floor by Brianna Robinson. She lets go of it. Maya Soul is into the game. Soul in the lane, she bounced it off her foot, and it goes out of bounds.
Yeah, what it was active hands by Lincoln High, knocked it off with Maya Soul, and it was a pretty good move where she got Brill on the move, and I know she was about to shoot off the spin move. But again, that's the thing that you have to adjust to, which is a little bit of adjustment for Millard North.
9-8, go ahead, Jay.
Millard North, as far as is dealing with the active hands and speed of Lincoln High, and try to offset that with efficient passes right there.
So now Kiana Wiley in traffic. No good on the shot. McCarville grabs the miss. And with 3:20 to go in the first quarter, it's 9-8 Lynx. Millard North with the basketball. Behind the back dribble by McCarville. Working on Robinson. Tough defense from Brianna Robinson. Now right side, Averill Smith with it. Dribbles to the left side. Kicks out McCarville.
Got lucky with another travel.
Now top of the key. This is Lynn Davis, and there's going to be a foul called. I believe it's going to be on either Divine Harris or Jalen Brill. It's going to be on Divine Harris, number 33, first on her.
Lincoln High Lynx, look, there's only 3 minutes left in the first quarter, and Jalen Brill has not touched the ball. They have to do, even if they have to force it into her on a possession, get her a touch, get her a shot, because she's going to be expected to be a little bit of a decoy until the pace of the game and the concept of the game changes a little bit.
Brianna Robinson pokes it away from McCarville. She gets it back and then swatted from behind by guess who? Brianna Robinson.
Yeah, the defense intensity by Robinson is going right at Millard North's point guard. You're trying to cut the head off the snake with the pressure. Then it will lead to some turnovers, forced or unforced. Where you talk about you might see the travels pick up, some tip balls, which will lead to run out for Lincoln High Lynx to extend this lead, even though it's one point lead right now.
So McCarville has the right side, gets it to Smith. Now top of the key, Sarah Harley with it, left wing. Maya Soul, Averill Smith working on the elbow, right side now. McCarville drives in the center of the lane off the front iron, but she is fouled.
Whoa, that was a little bit of a bailout call. I think that call was predetermined. A wild shot that she kind of flopped after she shot it. Wasn't a lot of body contact. But Millard North is at the line, maybe going to take advantage of a two-shot penalty here. But I think Lincoln High thought that they had pretty good defense of a wild shot that lead to a rebound, and they had two players on the run out for an easy basket.
That foul goes on Kiana Wiley, her first personal. McCarville drains the first free throw. So after trailing 9-4, the Mustangs are in the midst of a 5-0 run with the free throw pending.
Look, the Mustangs aren't going to back down. They're going to compete, and this isn't anything that they haven't done before. And so they're going to have to deal with the intensity of Lincoln High and the speed. Lincoln High is into their secondary break, trying to get something to the hoop.
Robinson gets the floater.
And here comes the pressure now from Lincoln High. Do they force an unforced error for Millard North? Millard North has done a really good job of dealing with the pressure, but we'll see how they do all game long. They're getting a little bit confused on their sets. As you see, Nick, right? A deep three.
McCarville,
another run out. Here comes Lincoln High on the move. Look,
this is Anaya Hicks Robinson, Divine Harris, 3-ball, good! Right. And it's back to a 5-0 lead. Or excuse me, 5-point lead.
The big three, that secondary break, right? It's a transition three. You don't get the easy dumped in to to the inside player, and then you
and we got a traveling violation on Ellie McCarville.
Harris in motion hits the three.
Yeah. Traveling violation on Ellie McCarville on Millard North's end. So with 1:43 to go in the first quarter, it's 14-9. Number 13, Adeline Rooney, checks into the game for Millard North for the first time.
Yeah. Right now, if I'm Lincoln High, I'm trying to make Millard North really play some defense here. They're in the 1-3-1 zone. Let's see if we can dump it in there to Brill to get her an easy shot or get her to the free throw line to get her going, because she's working hard in there and she hasn't been paid off yet.
Josie Hilkeman makes her defender fall down. Robinson, too strong, gets her own miss, put back, no good. Brill, follow up, and she is fouled.
The activity, if I'm Lincoln High, I'm going to Brill and saying you have to be a little bit more active. They're going to focus on you. So you're not going to be able to get the ball at first glance. You're going to have to go create your own shots, which then will lead to more opportunities for us to run sets and plays for you. So this is what she has to do. Secondary shots off the offensive rebound, get to the free throw line. She's in the front end of a 2-shot free throws, and she missed the first one. So now she's got to see something going into the hoop. Then you'll see her be a little bit more active on the defensive end.
So Lincoln High leads 14-9, 1:27 to go in the first quarter. Brill, second free throw on the way, got it. 15-9 with Millard North having the basketball. A little extended defensive pressure for Lincoln High as Rooney's able to break it. Now right side Galligan takes a step, now denies the three, and she throws it right into the hands of Anaya Hicks-Robinson. In transition, one-on-one break. Hicks-Robinson is fouled, and she'll go to the line to shoot 2 shots. Good strong take going right at the chest of Adeline Rooney, the defender.
Yeah, that was a little bit of the pressure paying dividends, even though it didn't directly come in the steal. So what I mean by that is number 22, Izzy Galligan, had an open three.
Yeah.
Or one power dribble in a long 2. She decided to pass it up, wasn't ready for the reverse pass to her. Steal leads to a fast break foul. But what they're not doing, or Lincoln High is not doing, is cashing in on these front ends of these shooting fouls. And so they need to get a little bit more efficient at the free throw line and not only make them, but this is a good time since you're a high-pressure team like Lincoln High. Take a little bit more time. Don't be in such a rush to shoot your free throws.
1:13 to play first quarter. Hicks-Robinson missed her first free throw. Going on the way. Also no good. Defensive board, Avril Smith. Gets it to Galligan. 1:10 remaining opening quarter. And now Galligan will slow it down at the top of the key. She has it. Thought about stepping into the three. Now left side Rooney. Cross court pass Harley. Shot fake. Trying to get Divine Harris. Throws up a wild shot and is fouled by Divine Harris. That's going to be Harris's second.
Well, you got to take Harris out at the end of this first quarter. I think that was kind of a ticky-tack foul. The shot was so wild that you kind of fouled on accident. And so what they did was Lincoln High went to a little bit of a 2-3 zone, a little bit of a matchup zone. They were confused between Harris and Anaya Hicks-Robinson. So now they got number 42 and Jock coming back, which is their starters are in the game. And they trust Harris not to pick up another foul. Yeah. So what they have to do, they got a minute left, 35 seconds on the shot clock, try to get a good shot and end the first quarter on the same momentum that they have right now.
It's 15-11, Lincoln High out in front by 4. Josie Hilkeman almost got her pocket picks, got it back to Brianna Robinson. Now left side Divine Harris. Brill almost not necessarily doubled, but there's a second Millard North player in the vicinity. Brill gets the pass, too strong on the layup. It was a good find, though.
Yeah, it's got to be a little bit more patient. You're in traffic right there, and Millard North isn't as tall as Brill, but they're active and long with their arms. Yep. And so what she has to do, what Brill has to do is make sure that she, starts on 2 feet, have a good base, and get it up off the backboard and be ready for an offensive rebound as well.
20 seconds remain. It's about a 6-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Avril Smith in the lane off the glass, too strong. And the rebound goes to Divine Harris. Up the floor, Brianna Robinson on the right side, too strong. And it will be tipped out of bounds. Last touch by the Lynx. With 7 seconds to go in the first quarter, it's 15-11, Lincoln High. The 5 out there for head coach Chris Paulson, Kate Stevens, Adeline Rooney, Sarah Harley, Avril Smith, and Izzy Galligan. 4 seconds on the clock. Rooney crosses over. 1 second at the horn. No good. And at the end of the first quarter, your score, Lincoln High, the 3 seed on top of the 2 seed, Millard North Mustangs, 15-11. We'll be right back with the second quarter on 93.7 The Ticket.
Are you worried about storm damage causing issues with your basement? F Foundation Repair fixes basements with supreme waterproofing and exact concrete leveling for residential or commercial clients. They service wet basements, leaky walls, damp crawl spaces, bowing or cracked bricks or drywall, and more. Whether you're in Southeast Nebraska, the Tri-Cities area, or Northeast Kansas, they'll easily make the trip to you. Get a free evaluation today by visiting WeFixBasements.com or call 402-804-1024. F Foundation Repair. We fix basements. Basketball fans know assists are crucial to winning. The skill of setting up others is an art, and one Nebraskan team that takes art to a new level is Platte Valley Equipment. Their team always sets you up for land care success with sound advice and John Deere equipment. Platte Valley also always delivers low monthly payments. That's one assist, that's a slam dunk. Visit PlatteValleyEquipment.com today, proud sponsor of the 2023 NSAA Boys and Girls High School State Basketball Tournament.
Now back to high school basketball on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
If you want to know the magnitude of this game, it even drew AD out of hiding. He's out here hanging out with – he can't hear me, but because if I had my voice, to full strength, he probably could have heard me, but it even drew AD out of hiding. He's hanging out with us here at the table.
He's a Lincoln High legend. He's got to come up and show support.
Oh, you heard that one, of course.
Yeah.
Whenever it's something positive about AD, he hears it. Now top of the key, Vine Harris, right side, Kiana Wiley with it, hopping through traffic, and she tried to maybe do a little too much, dump it off the Brill. It's intercepted.
Brill was going for the rebound.
Yeah.
Good idea.
Yeah.
Not a bad possession, but they just need to get into – now you see Lincoln High in a little bit of a 2-3 zone.
Yep.
Kind of maybe a box and one here where you got 4 people playing a zone and 1 playing one-on-one. So what they're trying to do is eliminate Millard North's best three-point shooter by playing a little bit of a box and one and trying to make Millard North play on one side of the court. Now what that did was that box and one, that little bit of defense just caused a bad pass by Millard North, and now the turnover. So it's an unforced error, a little bit of a defense that normally Lincoln High doesn't have to play man-to-man. So what they're going to do, Nick, they're trying to protect Brill from getting in foul trouble. Now they're doing it as an adjustment because Millard North is coming out in a 1-3-1 zone. So look, they say, look, we can do the same thing too. You want to play a little bit of zone, we can play a little bit better. We're playing a little bit of old school box and one. And I like the move by both coaches, trying to offset what the other team does well. And you see Brill in there trying to do work. And look, it was a good drive, good rebound by Brill. And so what this game is going to be a mental game for Brill. And it is to continue. You're not going to be able to get a lot of sets, a lot of stuff ran for you. So what you have to do is stay into the game, be active, get offensive rebounds, get to the free throw line, and start to make it.
So Brill will go to the free throw line to shoot 2 shots. First one on the way. It's good. 16-11.
Brill, for being 6'2", almost 6'3", has a really good shot from the free throw line. And so, look, she's stepping up with confidence and shooting them. So, we'll see if Lincoln High stays in that little bit of a revolving zone, box and one defense. And they're running a box and one on Sarah Harley, right? So she must be their best three-point shooter and their best offensive player. And they're trying to slow it down. Now, Preston's coming back in the game, right? So Harley and Preston are the 2 leading scorers. They feel like they match up with Preston a little bit more because she's a wing player, whereas Harley is a 1, 2, and 3. She's hard to find, so that's why you put one person on her, and then therefore you can concentrate on the other 4.
So here we are, right side. Kayla Preston, great pass to Avril Smith, and she misses the bunny, but gets her own rebound and then steps on the sideline. It's out of bounds. Lincoln High basketball up 17-11.
Kiana Wiley went for the steal, missed it, and got bailed out because Millard North missed the bunny. So, and got the offensive rebound and stepped out of bounds. So now you see Lincoln High slowing down the pace now, trying to be a little bit more efficient on offense against this 1-3-1 zone, jumping into Brill, 3-point shot, little in and out action. Wiley does a really good job with offensive rebound. She kicks it back out, rotate it.
Now
there's Harris. Drive. Look at that right there.
Loses the basketball off the right leg.
But look right here. You see Dominic Kelly, the coach for Lincoln High, is still clapping her hands because she's okay with that. Look, the rotation on offense was good. Allowed them to rotate it to get a one-on-one opportunity on the backside of this 1-3-1 zone. they're going to keep going back to that because everybody's focusing on Brill. It's going to allow Wiley to drive the ball. It's going to allow Robinson to drive the ball. It's going to allow Harris to either spot up for three or drive the ball as well.
Kayla Preston with it on the left wing. Inside, Averill Smith gets the layup to fall. 17-13. And Millard North doing a good job of just staying close enough within striking distance as Divine Harris will cross the timeline, get met immediately by Sarah Harley. Now left side, Brianna Robinson. Inside on the elbow to Jalen Brill. Kicks it out, Harris, 3-ball. Off back iron, offensive board. Brill takes one power dribble. Put back, no good. And we'll have a foul called as Kiana Wiley got the offensive board. Foul's going to go on Millard North. I believe it's going to be on number 11, Kayla Preston.
Was that a jump ball or was that a foul?
It's a foul. That's
Okay,
going to be Kayla Preston's third personal foul.
Yeah, she just checked back into the game. It was a good offensive rebound by Wiley. She hasn't got going yet, but she will be. It's a long game. I think sometimes when you play a good game in the first round, you're so excited to play a good game in the second round. And so what you have to do is be patient. As you continue along in the tournament, teams get better. So be patient and keep playing.
So Jalen Brill gets called for the offensive foul. It looked like she may have gotten locked up with one of the defenders and kind of just threw her down to the hardwood. So it's an offensive foul on Jalen Brill, her first. And we talked about that, Jay. Sometimes she can let the emotions get the best of her, and she can maybe get a little too agitated or too aggressive.
Right. You just got to make sure that you stay positive. I know it's hard because, you got to look at it as, it's the ultimate sign of respect that the whole team at Millard North is changing their defense to try to stop you. Now, what Millard North is doing is they're having their big Averill Smith start outside, getting Lincoln High to switch, and then they're dumping it into her when they have the mismatch against one of Lincoln High's smaller guards. So Dominic Kelly and his Lincoln High Lynx have to be aware of that right there.
So here's Maya Soul, gets the offensive rebound off the miss, and she is immediately fouled.
Right, that was a good look. It was a deep three by Maya Soul. A really good job of following her shot. Not really good job by Brill of not only boxing out and chasing the ball, she gets it and gets a foul. So it didn't get the shot, but she gets another possession for Millard North.
So 4:53 to go. First half, inbound pass all the way near the timeline to Maya Soul. She drives left side on Brill, stops. She kept her pivot foot. That's a good no call. And now the ball is going to be out of bounds, going to the Lynx.
Good hustle by Harris. And so what you have here is Suteen. Did you see the Lincoln High Lynx fan base coming through our microphone, not only reffing the game, coaching the game from the sideline? I love it.
I heard somebody yell out, do box two.
Right. Yeah, I like it, man. Hey, listen, they're playing for keeps. Lincoln High was close last year.
Yeah.
And they figure they want another shot at the state title.
So Jock to Brianna Robinson, top of the key. She drives in, floater, got it.
That right there is what you do if you're patient against the 1-3-1 zone, which Lincoln High has been, and you get a little bit of movement out of Brill because they're focusing on her.
Holes are going to open up.
And Harris and all their drivers are able to get to the hoop. So now Harris has the ball, good defense stop by Robinson. You're able to beat them down the court, kick it to Jock out there, corner three.
Got it!
From way downtown.
Nia Wargan, Jock.
Now you call a timeout. Millard North has to stop the run. Good offensive efficiency right there. Aaron Davis is down back there, is hyping up the crowd.
AD from Media Row going back and high-fiving the guys.
This is flat-out pandemonium here. Aaron Davis.
There are just no rules.
Aaron Davis said he's just going biased for his Lincoln High Lynx. They will have a statue of Aaron Davis come next week as the number one fan.
The link out front will be replaced with an AD catch.
Right. Is the Aaron Davis Lynx are up 22-13 on a 5-0 run, right? And what we talked about, look, Millard North has done a really good job of focusing on Brill. Now, what Brill has to do is be active because they're focusing to stop her. What that has led to is gaps in that 1-3-1 zone for Harris, Robinson, Wiley, even though she hasn't scored, to drive to the hole, get to the rim, and to kick it out to Jock, who's hit 2 threes, right? One from the left side, one from the right side. So what they're doing is being a little bit more patient and getting opportunities to drive the ball and kick it, and that's where you see this 9-point lead right now. And so what Millard North has to do is get back to what they're doing, right, is trying to get them in pick and rolls and get them to switch to get the ball inside to Averill Smith on one of Lincoln High's guards and try to get them in foul trouble or get to the free throw line.
Yeah.
Because Millard North has not missed a free throw yet. So now they know with the shot clock, and if they can get them in foul trouble, they can inch back into this game and get this game really, really close before the end of half.
So back here, second quarter, 3:51 to play. First half, 22-13. Lynx out in front. A spot in the Class A state title game on the line with a matchup against Millard South tomorrow afternoon, or tomorrow evening rather, at 6 p.m. Averill Smith in the lane, kicks it out. Galligan three, way too strong, and falls into the hands of Kiana Wiley. Up the floor we go. Josie Hill coming on the left side. She's met by Maya Soul. Jumper, too strong, and Soul gets the defensive rebound.
One thing you need to watch for, Nick, is for Averill Smith.
Look at Soul running the floor.
Number 14. Averill Smith, number 14, every time she has driven the ball the last 3 times, has extended the elbow.
Yep.
Now it's up to Lincoln High coaches to put the referees on red alert to get a possible offensive foul against Millard North's most efficient offensive player up to date.
So here's Galligan, now to Smith on the right wing. Cross-court pass to McCarville. Millard North looking for answers, down 22-13. McCarville working on Harris. Turns, fakes, kicks. Harley, 3-ball, caught it. Big shot by Sarah Harley.
That's why they ran a box and one on her. And if you're playing man-to-man, you cannot help if you're guarding number 3. And so you got burnt once. And so what Lincoln High has to do is learn from their mistakes. And now they have to continue to be patient. Millard North is going to score. 2 really, really good teams, well-coached, tough teams, physical. So you have to be okay with other teams scoring, especially
Great cut
by
Kiana Wiley.
Even better pass by Brill. If you're a big, whether you're in the girls or boys basketball, when you get it at the high post, you got to keep the ball above your waist and above your shoulder. And dumped it in there to a cutting Wiley. That was a really good offensive play right there.
Galligan floater off to the right, no good. Empty possession once again for Millard North, and here comes Divine Harris and company. Up the floor to Brill, and she's fouled by Ellie McCarville. McCarville goes, what am I supposed to do? I can't allow it, just a really wide open layup, and that's the first personal foul on McCarville. That was a really good job
by Harris. Beating the initial pressure by Millard North. Brill ran the court, rim to rim, right?
Yeah.
That's what you want for your big, is a rim to rim run. What are you doing over here, Nick?
You
reward the big when they run full court. Great catch by Brill. Got to the free throw line. Now she has to cash him in. Nick is over here trying to play footsie.
Don't be coming at me. My foot has not moved. I'm trying to get my cord up from underneath your leg, big fella.
Enough airplanes, Nick, that you're the guy that always tries to sit up there in a power position with your legs open. Get your wires.
Don't make me take that headset from you, Jay Foreman.
You've done it before. But everybody says we're a good combination, folks. But what he does, he always treats me as second class and only calls me when others don't want to be with. But that's cool. But I'm enjoying being here and seeing the Lincoln High against the Millard North.
I'm glad one of us are.
I'm glad that you let me, you blessed me with your presence.
I've been here. I ain't leaving. I ain't never leaving. Here's McCarville left side, 26-16, Lincoln High with a double-digit advantage. Harley with another 3 off to the left, and Kiana Wiley clears the glass. Wiley spin move, dumps it off, throws it out of bounds. And Brianna Robinson looks at her, goes and says, slow down. That's one. If there's one negative with Kiana Wiley at times, she can get up too quick. She can be too quick for her body, and she does things like that where she just kind of spins around and throws them out.
Plays in a hurry.
Bingo.
And look, Coach Kelly said it, and then Coach Aaron Davis said it as well. You got to slow down.
AD Link Legend.
Yeah. Is Aaron Popovich over here? Like
I don't know why AD's over on this side. He should be on the coaching side. As we have a foul called on Lincoln High, it's going to be on number 42, Nyawarga Jock, or rather, it is not on. It's going to be on Jalen Brill, 41, not 42.
She has 2 fouls. There's 1 minute and 36 seconds left. It's a good job by Lincoln High taking her out so she doesn't get a costly 3rd foul. And so she's been playing pretty good. You got to get her to be steady, keep her head on right, and understanding that, look, this is the long game and we're going to need you. So what Lincoln High has to do is continue to play at the pace that you want to play fast and not a hurry. And you know what, though? I'm going to tell you like this, Nick. Aaron Davis is an intramural legend. He was a GM that, like you, and he's just like you, didn't want to pay me my free agency fee of an extra cheeseburger to play. He traded me That's the same thing that you would do.
All I'm saying, Jay, if you want to talk about AD so much, I can take my headset off and you can do this game.
No, that's all right.
All right.
I'm here. I'm just
Okay.
enjoying the moment being with you on a Friday night because you called me down here when Eric Strickland and everybody didn't want to do that.
Oh, come on, man. Don't out the man on air. Don't out the man on air.
It's all good,
Don't
man.
say that.
You know,
I'm going to get a text from Strick, be like, so what are you talking about? What are you talking about? I didn't want to come down here. I'm going to get a text from Strick. Over under 5 minutes with the radio delay.
Anyways, look at Lincoln High called a full timeout, 10-point lead, minute 33 seconds left into the game. Millard North, if I'm Millard North being down by 10, I'm trying to get at least 2 or 3 possessions here before the end of the half, right? You could either go one quick right away, play defense, get another one and try to go 2 for 1, or get the best shot possible coming out of the timeout right now. But before they can do any of that, they have to get a stop right here. And it looks like they're going to extend their 1-3-1 defense to force Lincoln High to play at a little bit faster pace. And we'll see if they fall into it or they continue to be patient.
So 26-16, it's a 10-point lead for Lincoln High. Late in the second quarter, Brianna Robinson, top of the key, almost got her pocket pick. Now Kiana Wiley in the lane, looking for help. Has to throw cross court. Pass going to be stolen and taken away by Adeline Rooney. Great effort play by Adeline Rooney there to dive on the floor for the loose ball.
Yeah. Wiley had a good idea a little bit late on the pass, but she had Josie Hilkeman right behind her for her open 3 or just to get out of trouble.
Millard North missed Adeline Rooney in the near corner, wide open, but now Rooney at the top of the key finds Averill Smith down on the block. Left-handed layup, good. It's back to an 8-point ball game, 26-18. 44 seconds to play, second quarter, 26-18. Lincoln High out in front by 8.
Lincoln High needs to use the clock right here, get the best shot possible, be patient. You got it to Wiley right here that can break you down in man or zone.
Cross-court pass. Now Harris on the left wing. 14 seconds on the shot clock. Three-pointer, Robinson!
And look, like I said, you got to be patient. Make Millard North play defense. You get an open shot. Shoot with confidence to make it.
They can hold for the last shot. Shot clock is turned off. 11 on the game clock. Averill Smith kicked it off her own leg. It's Lincoln High basketball.
Like I said earlier, though, that's the 4th time Averill Smith is driven the basketball and extended the arm. I haven't seen a Lincoln High coach talk to the refs about the charge because that could have very easily been a charge or obviously a turnover on possession.
6 seconds on the clock. Kiana Wiley on the right wing. Spin move. Out of control. McCarville takes it away. Half court heave. Just off to the left. That was pretty close. But at the half, your score, Lincoln High 29, Millard North 18. We'll be right back with the halftime show on 93.7 The Ticket.
You don't think about your roof very often, but you should never take it for granted. Roofing Service Company takes every measure to provide you with the highest quality roofing solution. Whether it's a new roof installation, roof repair, or a re-roofing project, their overall goal is to provide you with a pleasant experience and a long-lasting roof. If you have a need for siding or gutters, they're your place too. Visit roofingservicecompany.com for more info today.
Where will your path take you, traveler? To seek fortune in a new career? Or on a journey to distant lands for a well-deserved vacation? Wherever you go, one distraction could spell disaster. You can change your fate, adventurer. Don't drive distracted. Paid for by the NDOT Highway Safety Office.
At Doane University, you can play a sport you love and also receive a world-class education. You'll learn leadership skills on and off the court that will set you up for success long after graduation. Doane isn't a place where you get lost. It's a place to get found, and it's a place where your future is uniquely yours. Learn more about the endless possibilities at Doane University today at doane.edu.
Hey, it's Nicklin Hames from Nebraska Volleyball. I hate wasting time in practice, and I want to help you stop wasting your time when you're looking for an electrician. High Electric has been serving the area for over 30 years for both residential and commercial properties. They are experts in everything like remodeling, new additions, hot tub installation, and more. And they take jobs from Beatrice to Omaha and all towns, big or small, in between. Call them today at 466-6606 or learn more at high-electric.com.
Hey, Joe, check out my new ride. Pretty awesome, huh?
Whoa, that's a sweet convertible. You didn't, win this on a game show, right?
Nope, this is all me and my pals at Members Own Credit Union.
Oh, yeah, they're the people with the great auto loan rates.
And right now, everyone who transfers or gets a new auto loan has the chance to win a $1,000 gas gift card, too.
Well, you know what this means.
Road trip! Fuel your adventure with an auto loan from Members Own. Restrictions apply. Go to membersowncu.org for details.
What does continuing education mean to you? At Southeast Community College, it means helping you advance. Whether that's a certification to help your current career or learning an entirely new career in healthcare, trades and industry, or computers and technology, SCC can help you take the next step. Financial assistance is available too. Learn more about our continuing ed classes at southeast.edu/continuing education. SCC, your path to personal and professional development.
Hi everyone, Kendall Warnock with A1 Automotive in downtown Lincoln. If you're looking for an automotive repair facility you can genuinely trust, we would be grateful for the opportunity to earn your business repairing your vehicle. We have ASE master technicians and qualified to work on a variety of vehicles from Hondas to Porsches, Jaguars to Toyotas, and Chevrolets to Fords. We pride ourselves on customer service and relationships, and we would be grateful for the opportunity to serve you. Give us a call at 402-477-4660. A1 Automotive, always honest answers.
Are you worried about storm damage causing issues with your basement? F Foundation Repair fixes basements with supreme waterproofing and exact concrete leveling for residential or commercial clients. They service wet basements, leaky walls, damp crawl spaces, bowing or cracked bricks or drywall, and more. Whether you're in Southeast Nebraska, the Tri-Cities area, or Northeast Kansas, they'll easily make the trip to you. Get a free evaluation today by visiting WeFixBasements.com or call 402-804-1024. F Foundation Repair. We fix basements.
At Union Bank, people don't have your money. Your money has people. First home people, investment people, people who answer the phone and your chats, dream car people, dream retirement people, driving your dream car in your dream retirement people, small business people, credit card people, and all the other people you need. At Union Bank, our people help you do more than you dreamed possible. So stop in and say hello. We can't wait to see you. Union Bank and Trust. Member FDIC.
High school basketball fans, take a trip over to the Nebraska High School Sports Hall of Fame while you're in town for state hoops. Admission is free, and it's a great way to learn about some of the greatest athletes and teams to come out of the state, from recently to over 100 years ago in all sports. Learn more about names like Gale Sayers, Johnny Rogers, Bob Gibson, Tom Osborne, and more. Open Wednesday through Friday from 1 to 4 p.m. It's the Nebraska High School Sports Hall of Fame, just north of Haymarket Park at 500 Charleston Street.
At Mosaic, we build a caring company for the people we serve in our workforce. You can be a part of it. Mosaic supports people with intellectual and developmental disabilities and other diverse needs to choose where they live, with whom they live, and how they spend their days. That is empowering. Do you know someone who could use that type of support? You could become a shared living provider and work from home, or help support people to be active in the community. To learn more, visit mosaicinfo.org. That's MOSAICINFO.org.
Basketball fans know assists are crucial to winning. The skill of setting up others is an art, and one Nebraskan team that takes art to a new level is Platte Valley Equipment. Their team always sets you up for land care success with sound advice and John Deere equipment. Platte Valley also always delivers low monthly payments. That's one assist, that's a slam dunk. Visit PlatteValleyEquipment.com today, proud sponsor of the 2023 NSAA Boys and Girls High School State Basketball Tournament.
Where will your path take you, traveler? To seek fortune in a new career? Or on a journey to distant lands for a well-deserved vacation? Wherever you go, one distraction could spell disaster. You can change your fate, adventurer. Don't drive distracted. Paid for by the NDOT Highway Safety Office.
You don't think about your roof very often, but you should never take it for granted. Roofing Service Company takes every measure to provide you with the highest quality roofing solution. Whether it's a new roof installation, roof repair, or a re-roofing project, their overall goal is to provide you with a pleasant experience and a long-lasting roof. If you have a need for siding or gutters, they're your place too. Visit roofingservicecompany.com for more info today.
Now back to high school basketball on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Nick Sainer back with you on 93.7 The Ticket, theticketfm.com. Here in the final game of day number 3. We only have 2 quarters left. And unfortunately, if you've been with us all day, it's taken the entirety of the day to have a game that was less than a 12-point margin at the break. Your score, Lincoln High 29, Millard North 18. The 3 seed Lincoln High Lynx on top of the 2 seed Millard North Mustangs tonight, as Dominique Kelly's squad and the crowd came to play this evening with the trip to the state final on the line and a matchup against Millard South tomorrow night at 6 p.m. Let's run through some of the scores, or some of the, the statistics from that first half really quickly. Brianna Robinson has a team high 9 points and has been just ultra aggressive on defense, guarding the ball handler the entire way up the floor. While on top of that, Averill Smith for the Mustangs has 10 points, and Sarah Harley has 7 thanks to a 3 she hit in the later stages of the fourth quarter. So once again, your score, Lincoln High 29, Millard North 18, just to kind of get you set up for a day and show you the insight on a couple of the matchups that you'll hear over the course of the ticket tomorrow. First, let's just talk about the schedule. At 9 a.m., Carter Longi will be on the call for the D1 championship game. At 11, I will have the C1 title between North Bend Central and North Bend Central, and unfortunately the Adams Central Patriots. And then at 1 p.m., I'll have the Class B title game between Elkhorn North and Omaha Skutt. At 4 p.m., it's the C2 championship. And then at 6 p.m., it's the Class A championship between the winner of this game, between the Lynx and the Mustangs and Millard South. And then to round out, it's the D2 championship with Carter Longi on the call once again. So your halftime score, Lincoln High 29, Millard North 18. Millard North has exited their locker room. I'm sure Lincoln High will do the same. I see them in the tunnel, in a huddle. They have 2 more quarters to play before they get back to the state title game for the first time since 1992. They were in the state tournament last year, lost, however, I believe in the semifinal. And so they have to get back, or with a win today, they'll get back to the state title for the first time since 1992. This is their 15th state tournament appearance, and Dominique Kelly Johnson leads the team out here, and they have taken the floor, and they'll get a couple warm-up shots in before we start things up in the third quarter. So let's go ahead and take a timeout. When we come back, it's third quarter action from Pinnacle Bank Arena in the semifinal matchup between Mustangs and the Lynx right here on 93.7 The Ticket.
At Doane University, you can play a sport you love and also receive a world-class education. You'll learn leadership skills on and off the court that will set you up for success long after graduation. Doane isn't a place where you get lost. It's a place to get found, and it's a place where your future is uniquely yours. Learn more about the endless possibilities at Doane University today at doane.edu.
Are you worried about storm damage causing issues with your basement? F Foundation Repair fixes basements with supreme waterproofing and exact concrete leveling for residential or commercial clients. They service wet basements, leaky walls, damp crawl spaces, bowing or cracked bricks or drywall, and more. Whether you're in Southeast Nebraska, the Tri-Cities area, or Northeast Kansas, they'll easily make the trip to you. Get a free evaluation today by visiting WeFixBasements.com or call 402-804-1024. F Foundation Repair. We fix basements.
Hey, it's Nicklin Hames from Nebraska Volleyball. I hate wasting time in practice, and I want to help you stop wasting your time when you're looking for an electrician. High Electric has been serving the area for over 30 years for both residential and commercial properties. They are experts in everything like remodeling, new additions, hot tub installation, and more. And they take jobs from Beatrice to Omaha and all towns, big or small, in between. Call them today at 402-466-6606 or learn more at high-electric.com.
Hey, Joe, check out my new ride. Pretty awesome, huh?
Whoa, that's a sweet convertible. You didn't win this on a game show, right?
Nope, this is all me and my pals at Members Own Credit Union.
Oh yeah, they're the people with the great auto loan rates.
And right now, everyone who transfers or gets a new auto loan has the chance to win a $1,000 gas gift card, too.
Well, you know what this means.
Road trip. Fuel your adventure with an auto loan from MemberZone. Restrictions apply. Go to memberzonegu.org for details.
Now back to high school basketball on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Back here at Pinnacle Bank Arena, Nick Sainert, Jay Foreman with you. The Lynx of Lincoln High lead 29-18. Look at yourself on the stream, Jay. Look at you. I saw you looking.
Yeah, man, you got to, man.
By the way, you can join us on the Starter Heyman Jewelers video stream, Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, Twitter. You won't be able to see the game, unfortunately, but you'll be able to see Jay and I and how many times he hits me and punches me in the shoulder. We got video evidence now.
It's all out of love, man. I got to keep you on your toes, man. I got to get all my
you always said you needed to toughen me up.
My punches and kicks in because I don't know how often I get to see you.
Sarah Harley misses the three to begin things here in the third quarter. Niawarga Jock should have been called for a travel right there, but Dominique Kelly Johnson wants to talk things over and call a timeout. We'll go ahead and take a 30-second breather as well. We'll be right back on 93.7 The Ticket.
Basketball fans know assists are crucial to winning. The skill of setting up others is an art, and one Nebraskan team that takes art to a new level is Platte Valley Equipment. Their team always sets you up for land care success with sound advice and John Deere equipment. Platte Valley also always delivers low monthly payments. That's one assist, that's a slam dunk. Visit PlatteValleyEquipment.com today, proud sponsor of the 2023 NSAA Boys and Girls High School State Basketball Tournament.
Now back to high school basketball on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Nick Sainert, Jay Foreman back with you here, and we have a foul on the floor charged to Ellie McCarville. That would be McCarville's second personal foul. 29-18, Lynx with the 11-point lead. 7:33 to go, third quarter. Now here's Brianna Robinson, gets it stripped out of her hands, a little lazy with that basketball, and Avril Smith caught her lacking. Now here's Galligan, floater. That was a pretty move by Izzy Galligan.
But you see Millard North coming out with a little bit more pressure, then dropping back into that 1-3-1 zone. So they're trying to up the pace, right, against Lincoln High, and how Lincoln High handles it. Quick shot right there by the corner by Jock.
And Galligan gets the defensive rebound.
Probably not what Lincoln High wanted after giving up a transition layup there, but now they got to defend and try to get back control of this game.
So here's Harley to Avril Smith on the left elbow, step back, Preston, left wing. She drives left on Brill. Layup, good. Now, one thing I will point out, Jay, Lincoln High likes to go fast, but they like to choose to go fast, not be forced to go fast.
Right. So what Millard North, their adjustment is, one, they're trying to play a little bit tougher.
Yep.
They're going to try to make Lincoln High play a little bit faster, actually in a hurry. And you've seen it in the first two possessions worked out for them. They've cranked the intensity up,
and now
more active
hands. Steal.
And so Lincoln High has to adjust to this. They're not used to this. They were able to play at the pace that they wanted, but guess what they're doing? Here comes Brianna Wiley off the bench. And this is a game tailor-made for her.
Sarah,
if you want to up the pace and play a little bit on the edge, that's it. Great catch right there by Brill. Not a good finish, but Lincoln High, again, it's still.
There's going to be a foul called on Jalen Brill as Presley Douglas fell down after grabbing the defensive rebound. Beautiful pass off of the airball three by Sarah Harley down here.
Yeah.
Lincoln High got the defensive rebound. It was a half-court pass to Jalen Brill. She was kind of sped up, out of control. She threw up a wild shot, and defensive rebound by Presley Douglas, and it was eventually a foul called on Jalen Brill. She has three. So Ellie McCarville will cross the timeline, working right to left.
Push off there by offensive player.
Right side Harley. She starts to drive baseline. Now spins around to Avril Smith inside Douglas. Gets it knocked away, and that's a good call as Kiana Wiley comes in and slaps that hand down around that right arm of Avril Smith.
Lincoln High has to get their composure here because Millard North has not only came out with a little bit different game plan on both sides of the court, they came out with a little bit different mindset.
And the fouls will quickly add up. So here we are, 29-22, inside to Presley Douglas now, right wing, Sarah Harley with it, left wing McCarville finds flashing Presley Douglas on the free throw line. Spin move. Great move. Presley gets the layup to go. A little lefty-righty, then faked out one way, go the other. And Divine Harris will slow things down. Millard North is on a little bit of a run. They only trail by 5. So Divine Harris, right side. Passes now Brianna Robinson, cross court. Josie Hilkeman drives right side of the hoop. Layup too short off the rim. That was ugly.
A lot of contact there without a call.
Here come the Mustangs one more time. Galligan crosses over, kicks out to Harley on the right wing. They'll try to hand it off to McCarville, unable to do so. Now Harley picks up her dribble, looking for help, throws it out top. Avril Smith to Presley Douglas. She passes left. Galligan 3. No good, just a little strong, and the rebound corralled by Divine Harris. Here they go, they're pushing the pace. Divine Harris kicks it out. Kiana Wiley, top of the key. Josie Hilkeman, she faked to pass right. Now she'll dribble right, give it to Brianna Robinson on the right wing, who will bounce pass it. Top of the key, Divine Harris. Back to Robinson. She cuts over. Mid-range jumper, good for Brianna Robinson, and Jay, she blew a kiss.
Yeah, look now, maybe get this Lincoln High offense.
Yeah.
Because Millard North has been controlling this third quarter from an intensity standpoint and from a schematic standpoint. And we'll see if Lincoln High can adjust on the fly without Brill being in the game.
So now Ellie McCarville passes to Sarah Harley on the right wing. Avril Smith, top of the key, inside on Presley Douglas, and they're going to say Brianna Robinson held her. Robinson didn't like the call.
Right, a little high-low action there because Brill's out of the game. So what they're doing is running a switch, and what they switch, and Lincoln High likes to switch on defense, and so they're able to get the ball at the top of the key, throw it into the middle. It's either going to be a foul or easy 2-point bucket.
McCarville looking for an inbound, and they get into Presley Douglas. Now right side Harley with it, guarded by Nyawarga Jock. Really good defense here by the Lynx. Finds Avril Smith on the right elbow. Step back, mid-range jumper blocked by Brianna Robinson. Guess who? The most aggressive defender all night. Kiana Wiley pushing the pace, and they're out of control. I like the no call there.
Yeah.
I like the no call. The Millard North defender almost kind of sold it, as in she started to fall back before, and then Kiana Wiley fell down because she ran into the defender. Let it be a no call. You don't always have to have a whistle when people fall down.
It was a 1-on-3 fast break by Wiley. I'm sure the Lincoln High coaches like the effort, but do not like the execution. You got to just be able to – there's one thing to be aggressive, but another thing is not to play with enough smarts, and that's what taking a bad shot like that can lead to an unforced error and a turnover after a really good defensive stop.
So here comes McCarville rather. She'll pull up 3 ball, too short, just grazed the rim, and Divine Harris gets the defensive rebound. And now we'll have a foul called on the Mustangs.
That's the second foul on Smith. And so what they're trying to do, what Millard North is trying to do to eliminate the fast break opportunities of Lincoln High is if they miss a shot, they immediately have 2 people try to stop Harris to lead the fast break. What she's able to do is kind of squirm her way through a double team and got Millard North to foul her. So it's going to be something to keep your eye on and see if how good of a job they do to eliminate Lincoln High running off of a make or a miss in the fast break option.
Adeline Rooney trying to pick the pocket of the Lynx, but unable to do so. Now in the lane, good inside-out game. Hilkeman jumper, no good. Avril Smith with the grab defensively, getting chased down from behind. She finds Lynn Davis in the backcourt. Davis, top of the key, gets a screen left from Avril Smith. Nyawarga Jock fights through it. Right side, Presley Douglas. She drives in the lane. Presley Douglas, 31-26. Lynx lead by just 5 after being up double digits at halftime. And Brianna Robinson drives middle of the lane, initiates contact, and that's going to be a charge. Charge to Brianna Robinson as Lynn Davis, a bench player, a 5'6" senior, put her body on the line, and it's going the other way.
Yeah, she stepped in there, and that wasn't sold. That was a really good job of stepping in there. Robinson had beat 2 defenders off the dribble in the 1-3-1 zone, so she had time to rotate and draw that charge.
You also saw it coming from a mile away as well, as Brianna Robinson tried to initiate contact with the defender on her backside, but ended up not even seeing the Lynn Davis was set well before she got there. Avril Smith in the corner, inside of Presley Douglas, and she's bumped by Divine Harris. And now here we're starting to see it, Jay. where we're starting to see the frustration from not only the student section, not only the parents, but now also the players on the floor. You're hearing it behind us. Call it both ways. I like the call there. I'm not going to lie on Divine Harris. I thought she got pushed from behind.
It could have went both ways. I just think that Lincoln High has 6 fouls.
Yep.
The Millard North has 2. The Lincoln High has been winning the game the whole time.
Yeah.
That's some pretty remarkable defense for them to have 2 fouls with 7 minutes gone in the third quarter.
So left side. Now Rooney on the right wing. She stops. Thought about trying to pull up 3. No dice though. Now right corner. Kate Stevens with it. Riley Nelson also into the game. Adeline Rooney picks up her dribble. Right side, Presley Douglas, 6 on the shot clock, and that's going to be an offensive charge. And that's a good call as Presley Douglas extended the right elbow.
Millard North has been doing that all game long, so I don't know if Dominique Kelly and the Lincoln High coaches have told the refs about it, but it's been extending the arm on the drives all game long. It was a really good call by the ref of calling the offensive foul on the charge.
31-26, 2:01 to play, third quarter. The Lynx led by double digits at half. It's been trimmed to just 5 by the Mustangs. Rooney almost picks the pocket of Josie Hilkeman. Now she dishes it off to Divine Harris. To left to Robinson, back to Harris, guarded by Rooney. Harris drives, floater, off the glass and in.
Well, that's what happens when you move the ball 2 or 3 passes. You're going to get a one-on-one opportunity regardless if Millard North is playing a zone. And so they're doing a good job of trying to get back to be patient. But I like the adjustment of Millard North coming out at halftime. A little bit of high-low action. Again, another push-off. So Lincoln High has got to be prepared. This is how Millard North is going to play. You're not going to get a charge every time. So you have to be able to get there. Again, another push-off.
And Averill Smith misses the jumper.
Averill Smith misses it, but another push-off. The drive, it's almost like you're playing football out here, driving and moving the defender out of the way. It's really interesting that there hasn't been more charges or offensive fouls called on Millard North because it's the extension of the arm that sets you up for this offensive foul call.
We're under a minute to go. Floater by Brianna Robinson blocked, and it's corralled by Ellie McCarville of Millard North. Under 50 seconds to play, third quarter, 33-26.
Now you see Millard North, they're going to get a little bit into their offensive flow here. You're going to see a more of a pin down pick.
Now Rooney.
Ball at the top of the key.
That's a double dribble for Adeline Rooney.
Yeah, they were going to get the top of the key, but they were trying to get the mismatch of Averill Smith on the guard on the backside of that offense, which is the right side of the court. So what you see when they need a bucket or to slow down the momentum, they go back to a little bit of a 2-man weave to a high-low action. And so Lincoln High has to adjust to that because Millard North has been making a lot of money with that type of offensive action.
And so here's Divine Harris, right side Brianna Robinson. We're under 25 to go. There's about a half-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. And Adeline Rooney put both hands on the ball handler, and that's going to draw a foul every time. So that will be the second personal foul on Adeline Rooney.
It's their 4th foul. And so now you got 4 fouls for Millard North, 5 for Lincoln High Lynx. There's 18 seconds left, pretty much second for second on the shot clock. Does Lincoln High try to get a quick shot, go 2 for 1, or they try to get the best shot at the end of the shot clock here?
Here's
good ball
Anaya
movement.
Hicks Robinson, floater rejected. Brianna Robinson, floater rejected. Rebound tipped a couple times, and they're going to call a foul on Millard North.
It's a good job of Lincoln High Lynx trying to get there and shoot a mid-range jumper, but the timing of Millard North bigs to get up there and block it has been pretty impressive. And so they got bailed out for Robinson. Nick, get off my wires, man. Robinson there, and then then she steps up to the free throw line and makes the first free throw. So Lincoln High Lynx withstood the storm of Millard North coming out of halftime. Right now they have an 8-point lead, looking to make it 9 with 3.3 seconds left.
Second free throw, no good. Here we go the other way. Rooney at the horn, no shot off. And at the end of the third quarter, Lincoln High leads 34-26 over number 2 seed Millard North at the end of 3 quarters. We'll find out who will be playing Millard South in the Class A title game tomorrow evening, right after this on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
At Doane University, you can play a sport you love and also receive a world-class education. You'll learn leadership skills on and off the court that will set you up for success long after graduation. Doan isn't a place where you get lost. It's a place to get found, and it's a place where your future is uniquely yours. Learn more about the endless possibilities at Doan University today at doan.edu.
Where will your path take you, traveler? To seek fortune in a new career, or on a journey to distant lands for a well-deserved vacation? Wherever you go, one distraction could spell disaster. You can change your fate, adventurer. Don't drive distracted. Paid for by the NDOT Highway Safety Office.
Now back to high school basketball on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Start of the fourth quarter, Lincoln High leads by 8, 34-26. Jay, what does Millard North need to do here to get back in this game and maybe win it?
They need to go back to the game plan that they used for the first 5 minutes of the third quarter, right? Crank up the intensity, change their defensive scheme a little bit, increase their pressure, increase and extend their pressure. And then on offense, I think they've been getting good shots, run a little bit of high-low action, trying to get Lincoln High in foul trouble. And then once they do that, I think they'll be good.
Jalen Brill jumper, no good from the elbow. Harley gets the defensive rebound. Here comes Millard North. They have numbers, but pass is going to be deflected out of bounds. Last touch by Lincoln High.
There, right by Lincoln High, coming right out in the fourth quarter, getting the ball to Brill at the high post, pretty much telling her shooting it on command, shooting it as soon as you get the ball, to get her some touches, to get her some confidence. Didn't make the shot, but getting her a shot, a good look, so then you might need that play or her to make a shot at the end of the game.
Bounce pass to the right. Averill Smith with an entry pass to Presley Douglas. Layup, no good. Rebound, Jalen Brill.
Big rebound by Brill. Good outlet pass to Harris. They're in their fast break now. Okay.
Outright, Robinson.
Moving it.
He'll
Second
come in.
pass.
Now kicks it left. Anaya Hicks Robinson to Divine Harrison. She'll slow things down.
Good job by Millard North getting back on defense, stopping the fast break. Now let's see if the Lincoln High Lynx can be patient and get another good shot on offense.
So here's Divine Harris, floater, no good, just short. Rebound tipped a couple times, and Jalen Brill comes down with it. I think Izzy Galligan got popped in the nose, but no matter whatever that happened, Millard North comes away with the loose ball.
It's a good physical play. Two teams playing hard, going after it. It's the fourth quarter. It's win or go home. Both teams that came out and played some good defense. You can't afford to have any defensive laps here. You got to make plays on offense and defense. And then you got Preston driving, trying for the and one. Robinson thought she had good defense. I did too as well. Not a lot of body contact. Hands wide as your coach. We've seen worse in this game, Nick. Wasn't called.
We have.
But nevertheless, Preston's at the line, a chance to cut into the lead without the clock running. Exactly what Millard North signed up for. But she missed the front end of the two-shot foul, a two-shot penalty. Now, Millard North has to continue what they're doing. Got plenty of time. 6 minutes and 36 seconds left in the game. You got to continue to execute, but it's going to start on defense, and then it's going to lead to more opportunities on offense.
So Caleb Preston's second free throw, no good as well. Jalen Brill corrals the miss. A little bit of extended defensive pressure here as Anaya Hicks Robinson going to try to use her speed. Now Brianna Robinson gets across the timeline. Robinson kicks it out. Nia Larga, Jock three.
Yeah, 3 for 3.
Betcha.
The secondary break, one pass or second pass three for Jock has been money. She's 3 for 3. So that alone, even though Millard North is extending their pressure, you're exposing yourself to secondary break. Because here's what they're not ready for. Jalen Brill is one of the fastest girls on the court. So she can go from a defensive rebound, outlet, and beat everybody down the court. So not only was that one pass and kick out to the three open, Jalen Brill was open in the secondary break. So now you're getting options, because here's what Lincoln High has. They have 4 legitimate guards that can handle the pressure, get the ball up the court, make the right decision with the runner and a sharpshooter and Jock. Now here comes Wiley in the game, right, to increase the pressure.
Here's
right.
Lynn Davis with it on the left side. Now Harley to McCarville in the near corner, guarded by Jalen Brill. And Jalen Brill is guarding McCarville. You know, there's a significant height advantage in favor of Millard North somewhere. Lynn Davis takes it away, And we have a foul called on Kiana Wiley.
Yeah, Kiana Wiley did a really good job of getting the defensive rebound. She just has to slow down, like you said, right there, and not be so quick to pass it. But then also Harris and Jock have to do a good job of getting open.
Yeah.
Right? She's getting swarmed. You know Millard North is trying to eliminate your fast break by double teaming the ball right away.
First free throw, no good. Jalen Brill skies high, and we'll have a foul called on Millard North.
Millard North, you know, it works, but what you will do is continue to foul, and then you'll get in foul trouble. Then you will have to play tight, and you'll get one of your better players fouled out of the game. There's plenty of time. You're not in desperation mode just as of yet. And if you're trying to go pressure against the excellent guard in Harris, that not only breaks the pressure, pulls it out, now it's going to make you play defense.
Yep. Divine Harris near the timeline. Next foul will put Lincoln High in the bonus. Brianna Robinson,
the Lincoln High Lynx crowd, I love it, baby. They are coaching, they are commentating, they are reffing, they are inspiring everybody, letting you know exactly what's going on.
Right lane and an acrobatic finish for Brianna Robinson. And we have a Millard North and Chris Paulson timeout with 5:17 to go in the fourth quarter. Lincoln High has cracked this one open. They lead 39-26 from Pinnacle Bank Arena. We'll be right back on 93.7 The Ticket.
Are you worried about storm damage causing issues with your basement? F Foundation Repair fixes basements with supreme waterproofing and exact concrete leveling for residential or commercial clients. They service wet basements, leaky walls, damp crawl spaces, bowing or cracked bricks or drywall, and more. Whether you're in Southeast Nebraska, the Tri-Cities area, or Northeast Kansas, they'll easily make the trip to you. Get a free evaluation today by visiting WeFixBasements.com or call 402-804-1024. F Foundation Repair. We fix basements.
Now back to high school basketball on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Nick Sainer, Jay Foreman back with you from Pinnacle Bank Arena. 5:17 to go in the fourth quarter, 39-26.
Lincoln High's fan base student section has taken over this game. It's Jersey Day, it looks like. They have number 20, Johnny Rogers, up there. They have a number 9, it looks like a Joe Burrow or Sam Keller jersey. They have a 26, Saquon Barkley, and a Chicago Bears jersey. And a number 11, Kyrie Irving from the Boston Celtics. You know it's a bad thing if you got Kyrie Irving jersey from the Boston Celtics.
I see a retro Grizzlies jersey in there, too. So anyway, here we go. Avril Smith in the lane. Layup too strong. Rebound tip to Kayla Preston. Put back, no good. Another tip to Preston. Lay-in. Once again, no good. Tipped around. Brill comes away with it. Up the floor, Divine Harris to Brianna Robinson. Layup. No good, but she is fouled.
Yeah, see what Millard North is doing. They're selling out, trying to get the offensive rebound. Yeah. Lincoln High was battling in there, and Millard North had 3 or 4 chances to get a bunny. They didn't cash in on it. The speed of Robinson led to a fast break opportunity. Now she's at the free throw line shooting 2.
Robinson's first is good, 40-26.
Robinson's fan club is in the background, but there's still plenty of time left, Nick. You don't count your chickens before they're hatched. It's 40-26, trying to get a 15-point lead. You don't look. Millard North is a well-coached team. You're in the Final Four of the state championship. You cannot think this game is over.
Here's McCarville on the right side. She drives, kicks out to the fingernail. Now top of the key, Lynn Davis back to McCarville. 3 ball on the way. Too short. Run down for the defensive rebound. Bodies on the ground. Jump ball.
Oh, I like that. I like that competitiveness right there.
We're going to keep
both teams going at it.
We're going to keep it on this end of the floor with Millard North.
Good hard play right there. I like that right there. Both teams are going for it, right? They know that. Look, this is the game. This is what This is what you've been training all off season, all season. This is what you want right here, Nick. Right?
Inbound to Avril Smith in the far corner. Now right side, Lynn Davis. Top of the key, Kayla Preston. 4:23. Mustangs have not scored in over 6 minutes, and they continue to not score as Brianna Robinson.
Lincoln High is off to the races.
Rebound. Up to Divine
Jock
Harris.
for the 3, the dagger in the heart. From way downtown. Bang! Mama, there goes that young lady. Hand down, man down. Shot for three.
Lynn Davis got it.
Answer the call. Hello? Yeah, the phone's ringing. She answered the call. Davis answered the call. Now, what are we going to get in a track meet? Or are we going to,
Pass
the
deflected
defense,
by Lynn
Davis coming off the bench.
Laying no good, but she is fouled by Devon Harris, who can't believe it, and that's Harris's fourth.
Oh, you got to get composed. You can give up 2 when you're up by 16 points. Lincoln High has to get their composure. There's 3 minutes and 52 seconds left. 3 minutes and 50 seconds to be correct. You can't count your chickens before they hatch, Nick. This is a well-oiled machine in Lincoln High, but Millard North is not here to lay down.
Jay, I'm going to blow a tire vocally here. I just feel it coming.
You are?
I'm going to try to scream, and I'm just not going to be. I know it's going to come out.
Well,
you might have to take over.
That's all right. I can do that.
No good by Lynn Davis.
Hickelman's coming in to get Harris, give her a breather. See, Lincoln High has the luxury, right?
Yeah.
Harris goes out. Robinson can handle it. Hickelman can handle it. Jock can handle it. Wiley, we know, can handle it. So pressure doesn't affect Lincoln High.
Davis's second is good. Izzy Galligan will check
Here
in.
comes the full court pressure from Millard North, which actually, in a lot of ways, plays into the hands of Lincoln High, because if the ball gets to Wiley, it's going to be 2 points. Hickelman has it.
In now, right side, Hickelman, underhand pass to Kiana Wiley. She gets trapped, and we're going to have a timeout. That was a perfect trap by Millard North.
Right.
As soon as Wiley crossed the timeline, 2 other defenders came and helped out the initial defender. They had triple team on Kiana Wiley, who can get a little ahead of herself, a little sped up as well, as much as
she did a good job of holding her composure. Tried to split the double team. Dominique Kelly, the head coach of Lincoln High, called the timeout. Get her team over there, get them settled down, work on a little bit of a press break, have a good offensive set and an offensive possession coming out of this timeout. You're up by 14, 3 minutes and 43 seconds left. You got a long way to go, but if you continue to play and do the things you did to get the lead, you can close this game out.
Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com. On the internet, KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket.
Nick Sainer, Jay Foreman back with you. 3:43 to go, fourth quarter, 44-30. Lincoln High out in front by 14 over the number 2 seed, Millard North. Both teams are in the bonus the rest of the way. Inbound pass, Brianna Robinson.
Oh.
And Ellie McCarville just hit her head hard right in front of us, directly in front of us. That was scary, Jay.
Yeah,
we heard that one. That was scary when it happened just 5 yards in front of us.
Yeah, both of them go 50-50 ball, and she lost her balance a little bit and hit the back of her head. But she bounced right back up. She's tougher than I am, Nick. I would have probably took me a TV timeout. And I would have laid down and slept a little bit there and played it up a little bit, you know? Would you came out and help me up?
Of course. And give credit to the referee. He just pulled Ellie McCarville aside while Brianna Robinson's getting ready to shoot free throw. Asked her a couple questions, make sure she's okay for the most part. First free throw good by Brianna Robinson.
We see now. We hear if you can hear through us, we have the Lincoln High cheering section having a little chant for Robinson at the free throw line.
Second one, no good by Robinson, so it's just a 15-point ball game. Harley will cross the timeline, guarded by Jock on the right side. Harley speeds it up, now slows it down. Back to McCarville, gets a screen, and that's going to be a moving screen on Kayla Preston. Now, once again, we saw it last night, Jay. That's just as much Kayla Preston's fault as it is
guard.
Ellie McCarville.
Ellie McCarthy has got to be patient enough to set up the pick. You can't. It was called an offensive foul, moving screen, but it's only a moving screen if the guard doesn't set it up.
Yep.
And when you're running pick and roll, you have 2 options: set it up and come off it real tight, or reject it.
Yeah.
So, but you can't go in between and be in no man's land, because that's how you get a lot of offensive fouls, offensive moving screen penalties. And you saw it. It was paramount because possessions are key for Millard North right now, because they're playing against the clock right now.
Divine Harris brings it across the timeline. She's met by McCarville.
Good boy over there, Coach.
Harris, floater, no good, too strong. Rebound, Maya Soul, as she will cross the timeline, give it to Galligan in the lane. Galligan. And that's going to be a charge on Izzy Galligan. Jay, that's a tough call. I'm not sure about that one.
Well, I think Robinson was there.
Yeah.
but I think she was inside the circle.
So there's no restricted area in high school.
Yeah,
So
but I think Robinson was there.
I thought
she was fast enough.
Her body was there. I think her legs were still moving.
She sold it a little bit, but
Yeah.
she was there so early.
Yep.
That you had
gives
no
the
choice
optical
to
illusion.
call it for an
Bingo.
offensive charge.
Yep.
Now you see a little bit of frustration for Millard North right there, trying to double team Harris on the inbounds play, and instead of continuing to play defense, just went and hacked the ball.
Yep.
Now Lincoln High is in the double bonus. Now it just comes down to a free throw shooting contest. They have got to make their free throws in order to close this game out.
So 3:07 to go, fourth quarter. Harris's first is good. It's a 16-point Lincoln High Link lead.
I don't know if you can move the screen. We could get the clearance.
We could get the cheering section back there. Second one, Harris, good. 47-30. Inbound pass almost taken away from him by Kiana Wiley, and McCarville traveled.
The pressure of Lincoln High, we talked about it earlier, right? Is it paying dividends in the first quarter? No. It starts to wear you down in the second, third, and fourth quarter. You see some unforced errors, some travels, some frustration fouls. So now we got to see if Millard North can hold their composure, and then also can Lincoln High hold their composure and be efficient
Wiley put
on
some
offense.
English on it.
Yeah. Right now, you're going to see Kiana Wiley get a lot of opportunities to drive to the hoop. So if she gets fouled, she has to make her free throws.
So here's Averill Smith, lost the basketball for a moment. McCarville wanted to shoot the three. Good closeout there by Kiana Wiley. That looked a little awkward, but it was no travel. Good layup made by McCarville. Inbound pass to Brianna Robinson. She'll drive the length of the floor, give it to Niawarga. Jock, bounce pass inside Brill, and she is fouled.
Good job by Brill running the court. Like I said earlier, she's one of the fastest girls out here. Might not look like it because she's a legit 6'2", almost 6'3", but she can run from one end of the court to the next, from the defensive end to the offensive end. So what that does, Jake, even though they're trying to double team the ball, it puts a tremendous amount of pressure on Millard North's bigs and guards to get back there with her. Because one thing she can do, she can catch in traffic, and generally she can finish at the rim.
First one by Brill is no good. It rattles out. Second one on the way. Jalen Brill hit it.
So
50-32.
So what Lincoln High has to do here is continue to play defense, make Millard North burn some clock.
Yeah.
Don't foul. You want the clock as your friend. It's the enemy of Millard North. So play steady defense. You can't stop everything. So they score.
Great floater by Ellie McCarville.
And Millard North is going to continue. They're going to try to extend this game. So it's 2 minutes and 13 seconds left. They're trying to make this game 20 minutes here.
Yeah.
Right? Score, timeout, force you into a couple turnovers, quick shots. So Dominique Kelly, the head coach of the Lincoln High Lynx, has got to talk about composure, free throws, steady on defense, no cheap fouls.
Yep.
We want the clock running. So we have to play a little bit more slower at a pace, but be smart. Go and get the ball, right? Spread the court. So that'll lead to more angles and more for Wiley, Harris, Robinson to drive the hoop. You got Jock to shoot the three, and you got Brill underneath the hoop. Well, what's going to be interesting, Nick, is now Millard North has came out in a full court 1-2-1-1 press. Will they go back into man or stay into their 1-3-1 zone?
They'll inbound it to Brianna Robinson, pushing the pace. Was not a good defensive pressure sequence there for Millard North, as Divine Harris is going to get fouled from behind by Lynn Davis. Looks towards Chris Paulson, says I had to.
Yeah.
So now what Harris is going to go to the line.
Now what you do, if you're Lincoln High, you get the ball into your best free throw shooter's hands. What you do if you're Millard North, right, since there is a shot clock, is you foul their worst free throw shooter. Now on Lincoln High, you really haven't seen who their best free throw shooter. I would probably say Robinson, right? Harris has the ball. That's probably the second, then Brill. But if I'm going to foul anybody, it's going to be maybe Wiley, right? Yeah. Or maybe Brill, considering that what the last 2 or 3 free throws have looked like.
Last touch out of bounds off the missed free throw. It will go to the Lincoln High Lynx. We're exactly at 2 minutes to go. Man, could AD laugh any louder? My goodness, man.
He's the mayor of Lincoln High. I mean, you got to get.
How could I forget? Anyway, Divine Harris passes to nobody. It goes out of bounds, Millard North basketball.
Right. You see, that's exactly what Millard North wants you to do, right? Speed up, pass the ball. Nobody's there. Turnover. The clock stopped. Only 6 seconds have went off the clock. So what you have to do if you're Lincoln High, you have to hold your composure and start to play a slowdown game. The clock is your friend, right? Ghost pressure. Make them pass the ball around. Don't let them have easy shots. No fouls. Rebound.
3 ball, right? No good.
Right,
Offensive
you got to rebound, and you can't afford them to get to the free throw line. So what you have to do is, if I'm a Lincoln High link, and if I'm a guard, I'm getting everybody huddled up and say, look, we have a 16-point lead. We need to get out of this game in a minute and 40 seconds.
Yeah.
So we have got to stop fouling, and we have got to stop shooting the ball so quick in the shot clock, because the clock is our friend, it's their enemy. Yes, they're going to try to get you to speed up. But when they want you to play fast or speed up, that means you play slower.
Smith's second free throw is all no good. So she goes 1 of 2 at the line.
Yep.
Ilevi's pass is going to be Millard North basketball. $1:36 to go, fourth quarter. 50-35. Lincoln High with a 15-point lead with 90 seconds to go. McCarville, 3 ball on the way. Got it! Number 33, Briley Nelson. Now Divine Harris will break the press up the floor. Jock in transition. Layup, no good. Rebound being fought for. And it's going to be taken away by Briley Nelson.
You have a 12-point lead right here, and Lincoln High has not ran more than 3 seconds off of the shot clock. That's another 2 travels that they just missed. But at the end of the day,
Smith, that's 3. Now out Smith or Nelson, 3 ball, no good. And defense rebound to Divine Harris rather. Averill Smith has 4 fouls. She's got to be careful. Pass to Brianna Robinson, and we'll have a Dominique Kelly Johnson timeout with 45.3 to go in the fourth quarter. We'll be right back on 93.7 The Ticket.
What does continuing education mean to you? At Southeast Community College, it means helping you advance. Whether that's a certification to help your current career or learning an entirely new career in healthcare, trades and industry, or computers and technology, SCC can help you take the next step. Financial assistance is available too. Learn more about our continuing ed classes at southeast.edu/continuing education. SCC, your path to personal and professional development.
Now back to high school basketball on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
.3 seconds remain in the fourth quarter. 50-38 the score. A 12-point ball game. Lincoln High, the 3 seed, leads the 2 seed, Millard North, by 12. Here at Pinnacle Bank Arena, Class A semifinal. Winner faces Millard South tomorrow evening at 6 p.m.
Right, Lincoln High has to focus on trying to close this game out and be clean. What they haven't done is be clean and let Millard North have a little bit of life left, right? But this isn't just maybe about this game, Nick. If they get in a barn burner against Millard South with their shooters and their players, you can't afford to have a lead, have mental lapses, quick and fast possessions, and the next thing you know, you can go from winning the game to losing the game.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. 50-38, Divine Harris at the line to shoot 2. First one good. Second one coming up for Divine Harris. Second one good as well. 52-38, 14-point ball game. We're under 40 seconds to go until we find out the Class A matchup. McCarville in the corner. Harley, top of the key. Rooney, 3 ball on the way. Too short. That was a deep one. And Divine Harris is going to get the rebound to Brianna Robinson, and she will push the pace. McCarville, they're going to foul Brianna Robinson. Now to Divine Harris. 16 on the clock. They will let the clock run out. And Lincoln High is going to the Class A state championship game. And they will play the Millard South Patriots, the number 1 overall seed, tomorrow night at 6 p.m. Your final score in this one, the Class A semifinal, Lincoln High 52, Millard North 38. Jay, final thoughts, my man.
I mean, just like the first game, I think the better team won. Lincoln High came out with their pressure. They were the better team tonight. Extended the lead, went into halftime with a pretty sizable lead. And it lost their way in the third quarter, but, overwhelmed them in the end of the third quarter through the fourth quarter, not only with their pressure, but execution. So I think the two best teams in the state are going to square off tomorrow. You got Millard South that's looking for redemption. And then also you're thinking Lincoln High that have been so close, right?
Yeah.
Led by Dominic Kelly, right? The Lincoln High alum. Have got them to the state tournament, got them into after one win. Had lost a barn burner, I think, last year to Fremont. Now you're into the state championship. So, look, you got two evenly matched teams. I think they both play a style that can take advantage of the weaknesses of each team. And it's going to come down to which team plays smarter and comes out and is able to withstand the storm. It's going to be a competitive game. You have two competitive coaches, two competitive teams, and they've been looking forward to this all year. I think it's been a crash course with these two teams, which started last year in the state tournament, Nick. Both of them lost to Fremont. Both of them want redemption. It's going to be a heck of a game tomorrow at 6 p.m.
Lincoln High advances to the state title for the first time since 1992. Millard South for the first time since 2018. So we will not have a repeat champion, obviously. And Lincoln High, once again, your final score, 52-38. We appreciate you guys joining us on day 3 from the Pinnacle Bank Arena for girls high school basketball state tournament coverage. It's been a fun couple of days, and we get to close out the girls tournament tomorrow all day. We're starting with the 9 a.m. game and going all the way up until the 8:15 tip-off in the D2 championship. So appreciate Carter Longy for running the show back at the studio, for him calling a couple games today, as well as Josh Lill. Thanks to my man Jay Foreman and Nick Sainert now saying so long from day 3 in the girls high school state championships at Pinnacle Bank Arena. Your final score one more time, Lincoln High 52, Millard North 38. They move on to play Millard South in the Class A state title game tomorrow night at 6 p.m. Have a good rest of your Friday night, and we'll talk to you tomorrow morning.
At Doane University, you can play a sport you love and also receive a world-class